Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today.
I hope they're videotaping.
Good afternoon, family and friends. On behalf of Adam and Trina, I want to express how much gratitude they have that you were able to join us all today and share in this amazing experience with them. Their journey, though really just beginning, has been so full already, and I have been blessed to see it blossom and grow. It's due to my best friend in the whole world, Alicia right there, that I got to know these two wonderful people. I got to know Adam while Alicia and I were in college, and I knew Trina through Adam and Alicia. And I can tell you both that these are wonderful people, and I have seen what true love really is through watching their relationship blossom and grow. And I think, from where you're sitting, you can see it too. It's right about here. I asked these two if they remembered the moment that they knew they were meant for each other. Trina told me that it was the day Adam made an applesauce cake for her mom, Diane. Diane was in the hospital, and she is unable to make it here with us today, but I know she's watching. It was such a simple act of kindness that Adam chose to bake this cake for Diane, but he baked it with love. That cake was one of the last things that Diane was able to eat in this lifetime. And how lucky to have that thing be baked with such love and compassion. And that's a powerful moment. That's exactly when she knew she loved Adam. I asked Adam the same question, and he said he knew he had fallen for Trina when his coworkers had begun to tease him because he talks about her all the time. And that's an equally powerful moment because he was able to connect Trina to everything they had been talking about every minute of every day. And those are both very real moments. You can't make that up. And this love is based on honesty. They didn't force their love. It's hard to be yourself in today's world. But through knowing them and meeting with them to discuss how today should go, I can tell you that these two aren't holding anything back. They are honest and kind to each other. What makes them so special, however, is their honesty, yes, but through their honesty, they are still learning from each other and growing together and learning. When I asked them what their ideal marriage would look like, they told me that they wanted to continue to learn from each other and that a simple, imperfect journey towards a common goal would be just right. And that, along with their mutual nerdiness, which brought them together, and if you look upstairs, it helped build what today really is, reminded me of an excerpt from J.R.R. Tolkien's series, The Lord of the Rings, specifically The Two Towers, the second book. It's a dialogue between an Ent and his Ent wife, discussing their journey through love. And I'm going to read it for you, so sit back. It begins with the Ent. When spring unfolds the beechen leaf, and sap is in the bough, when light is on the wildwood stream, and wind is on the brow, when stride is long and breath is deep, and keen the mountain air, come back to me, and say my land is fair. When spring is come to garth and field, the corn is in the blade, when blossom like a shining snow is on the orchard laid, when shower and sun upon the earth with fragrance fill the air, I'll linger here and will not come, because my land is fair. When summer lies upon the world, and in a noon of gold, beneath the roof of sleeping leaves, the dreams of trees unfold. When woodland halls are green and cool, and wind is in the west, come back to me, and say my land is best. When summer warms the hanging fruits and burns the berry brown, when straw is gold and ear is white and harvest comes to town, when honey spills and apple swells through wind be in the west, I'll linger here beneath the sun, because my land is best. When winter comes, the winter wild, that hill and wood shall slay. When trees shall fall and starless night does devour the night away. When wind is in the deadly east, then in the bitter rain, I'll look for thee and call to thee. I'll come to thee again. When winter comes and singing ends, when darkness falls at last, when broken is the barren bough and light and labor past, I'll look for thee and wait for thee until we meet again. Together we will take the road beneath the bitter rain. Together we will take the road that leads into the west, and far away will we find a land where both our hearts may rest. Marriage is perhaps the greatest and most challenging adventure of all human relationships. And as good as I am, and I am good, no ceremony can make this marriage work. Only you can do that, through love and patience, through dedication and listening, through supporting and believing in each other, by fighting through the zombies and the vampires, the Sith and the bounty hunters, by learning to make the important things matter and letting go of the rest. What this ceremony can do is witness and affirm the choice that you two made to stand together despite the occasional urge to run away. To make marriage work, we learn to overlook and forgive the things that may frustrate us, like hair on the boutonniere. These two are promising to stick together through thick and thin, to support one another through all the bad traffic, the annoying coworkers, and airport security lines. Yeah. That's a great big commitment. But these two have such bunches of love for each other that I know they will make it through with style. To show us just how stylish they are, they've prepared their own vows. So, Adam, would you like to go first? You do. I said so.
Katrina, from the first time I met you, I knew there was something special about you. At first I wasn't sure what it was, but over time I realized what it was. You have an inner love that can't be denied. The compassion and caring that you show every day is unmatched in anyone I've ever known. This is on top of your unbelievable classic beauty. I find myself stunned by how lost I can get in your eyes, and sometimes I can't help but just reach out and touch you. All of these things are great on their own. They are. But it turns out you love Star Wars. And Lord of the Rings. And all the other things like playing video games and building Lego sets and cooking wonderful, delicious dishes together that I enjoy so much. When I started to put all of this together, we had so many things come up in our lives. When I was thinking about these things, all these other things happened. We had death, we had illness, we had financial problems. It was a good time. But we made it all through all of that, way stronger than we were when we went in. And I developed with you a stronger bond and greater love than I ever thought I'd ever had with anything else. I know that together we can face any obstacle or problem and come through them with an even stronger love than we ever thought possible. I look into our future and I see us growing old together, traveling the world, sharing unbelievable experiences. I see us meeting with great success in both our professional and personal lives. The reason I see this is because we support each other so much. We are not just two people, but a true team. We can always depend on each other to be there with love and understanding, and that is unstoppable. I love you, sweet pea. I always will, and I love you bunches and bunches.
Katrina.
I handwrote mine. Adam, when we first met, I had walked in a blizzard, and you had rode in a blizzard. And first day at Rod Robin. Yum. And I'm pretty sure our waitress was tired of us chatting and talking. In those first few moments, I had butterflies. You probably learned way too much about me in what seemed to be a short amount of time. But talking to you and learning about you, I felt at ease. All I kept remembering during our date is that your blue eyes and your smile. I really like your smile. And to me, a smile can say a lot about a person. As time passed, light grew into appreciation, and appreciation grew into love. Not only have I fallen in love with you, I have fallen in love with your blue eyes and fallen in love with your smile. Adam, I will be your biggest fan and cheering you on when you're slaying dragons in Skyrim. I will be your stylist, saying that holy jeans are not okay in public eye. I will laugh at all your silly jokes, even if I don't understand them. I will always share my pie with you, and I will always let you have the last bite of cheesecake. I will always give you a shoulder massage when you've had a long day at work. I will fall asleep by your side and wake up by your side, thinking to myself that I am the luckiest girl in the world. I think to myself, how will I capture this moment? With a memory, with a photo, but then I see you smile in your sleep. And I will write this instead. Adam, most importantly, I will love you for the rest of time. I promise to love you and cherish you forever. I love you.
Who has the rings? No rings? Adam, take the ring out of the box and put it on Trina's hand. And repeat after me. Trina, I choose you to be my wife. I promise freely from this day forward.
Freely from this day forward.
I'm making them short so you can remember.
Little words.
Yeah. To be worthy of your trust and deserving of your confidence. To be generous with my time, my energy, and my love. To be patient with you and with myself. To trust you. To be devoted to you and our life together. These things I pledge before you, our friends, and our family. And Trina, place your ring on Adam's finger. Adam, I choose you to be my husband. I promise freely from this day forward to be worthy of your trust and deserving of your confidence. And deserving of your confidence. I tried. To be generous with my time, my energy, and my love. To be generous with my time.
To be generous of my time,
My energy, and my love. To be patient with you and with myself. To trust you. To be devoted to you and our life together. These things I pledge before you, our friends, and our family. Please join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us together to witness this special day with Adam and Trina. Thank you for our time together. We wish to send our hearts out to those who could not join us today, especially to Trina's mom, Diane, and her grandfather, Lehman, who are watching us today by your side, Father. Please continue to spread their light over the love that Adam and Trina share and to use it to help guide them through a long and happy marriage into a greater love and sacrifice as they care for each other's needs. May they always be as keenly aware of your presence and as they sense it today on their wedding day. And may their devotion in this marriage be a radiant reflection of your love for them. In your name we pray. Amen. Now, Adam and Trina have a little thing they do when they tell each other how much they love each other. And I would just love it if you could do it for everybody right now.
I love you, bunches and bunches
Of oats?
of oats.
Oh. Okay. And now, as we have come to the end of the talking and the sitting, and we have come to the part with the dancing and the clapping, and I needed to throw a Star Wars quote in here somewhere, I'd like to say that the circle is now complete. And I now pronounce you husband and wife. Kiss. If immediate family could stay seated and everybody else go enjoy cocktails.